Hello guys and welcome back to TNT Madness. Today we're going to be looking at what is probably the most functional chest vault I've ever seen. This takes my original chest vault and makes it expandable vertically while still making it very compact. In fact, it only increases 2 blocks in height for each layer of chests. This makes it a very versatile vault and should easily fit all of your chests for all of your resources in almost the same amount of space as a regular vault or chests, but with a lot more protection. The only slight annoyance with this vault over opening regular chests is that you have to break the cobblestone before you can open any of your chests, and you have to be somewhat quick about it as the cobblestone regenerates after a couple of seconds as soon as you break it. This is necessary as if there are any holes in the vault even 0.1 blocks wide beside a regular block like the length of a chest, then a creeper can be pushed inside the wall and it will blow up the vault, so you have to be extremely careful of that. This also makes it very hard to make any sort of redstone operated chest vaults, as I have found out, but it is worth it to have such a strong vault. The most important question that needs answering is why would you build a chest vault like this over regular chests when they are inside such a well protected base? The reason is that no base is unraidable, and I'm sure you will get raided at some stage. Since the only way you can make your base stronger is to prolong how long it takes the enemy to raid you, whether it be by their cannons or anything else, if you have a creeper-proof vault, then the only way to get through it is if the raider builds a left shooter, if they can somehow do that by using a backplate in your wall or in your base, or they have to remake the entire cannon that they had just to get through the same walls so they can get in the line of sight of your vault and destroy it. So in my opinion, if you keep any sort of valuable gear in your vault, then this is almost certainly necessary. Even if you aren't going to make this vault, it would still be useful to have this in your arsenal, and maybe your friends might find it useful as well. There will be also a schematic and a world download in the description below, and also thanks to my friend Martial Artist who originally made this vault. If you want to take a look at his small YouTube channel, then there will be a link in the description and I highly recommend it. But anyway, now on to the tutorial. So now on to the tutorial. This is going to be a very simple and expandable design that is also very cheap. Even though it is made of obsidian, you don't have to build the exterior with it, but it is recommended as it will make it a lot harder to raid with these materials. So anyway, what you're going to need is obsidian or some other material that you want to use, some water, some lava, and some chests and some trap chests. You also may want to find some lava lake, but you don't have to use that many lava buckets as you don't need a full lava source block on every piece inside the vault above the chests to actually make this regen. So anyway, what we have here is on this bottom bit here, you are going to need it at least 4 long, because we're going to have this front layer be our obsidian, and then the back layer be obsidian, and then have our chests and lava in the middle. And because we're going to be doing it as double chests, we're going to need it at least 4 wide. You can have it as long as you want, it really doesn't matter, but just be aware that you're going to have obsidian on the left and right. So for however long it is, you're going to have to minus it by 2, and that's how many chests you can have in it. So for example, with here we have 10, so you can fit 8 double chests inside it, and then if you had something like 20, then you could fit 18 double chests in it. Also, for the height, what you're going to need above it and below it is going to be a water source block. So if we pretend there was another blue one up here, you'd have that along there, and you're also going to need another water source block along the side of the edge of the vault, well, not necessarily a water source block, but you're going to need water. And then above that is going to be, of course, your obsidian layer. So these glass pieces represent where we can actually build our vault. So you're going to need 2 blocks above and below, 1 for obsidian and then 1 for the water. Just keep that in mind, and once you've done that, when you expand it vertically, it's only 2 blocks higher for each, so it is a very nice design. So anyway, now on to actually building this. So the first thing we want to do is make our floor. So since this is going to be where the water is going to be going, we are going to be placing a block above that. So you just want to go ahead and make this go all the way to the very edge of where you're going to be building it, and just make a giant flat platform to start off with. This is going to be your basis, and it would be a good idea to start off by building this as well. Next thing I'd recommend that you do is build the pillars on the side, depending on how high you're going to be building it. Since we're going to have 4 chests inside this, we're going to be building it 5 blocks higher from where this started off. And then it's just good to get the basic structure along, and that way if you have this really high, then you can go ahead and place ladders on this obsidian, and it'll make it easy to build as you have very easy access scaffolding, and that way it'll be easier to destroy later on. So anyway, what we want to do now is we want to start placing down our chests and double chests. So what you're going to do is place first a chest and then a a double chest, and then you want to place a trapped chest beside it, because if you didn't know already, which I'm pretty sure you do, that if you want to place two chests beside each other, then you have to have it as a trap chest, as of course you cannot place a regular chest beside it once you have a double chest. So you just want to go ahead and go along here like so, just keep placing it along in this alternating pattern until you get to the very end of your design. Next thing you want to do is build the wall up 2 blocks, so that way the lava does not flow off anywhere, and it's just what I recommend doing first. So you want to go ahead and build all the way around here, just filling it up, and you want to do this for each layer that you build upwards. So anyway, what we're going to do now after we've finished this is we're going to be placing lava on the sides. Just be aware that later on you'll be replacing this front layer of cobblestone, so if you want to, for the ease of use later on, you can actually place it as cobblestone or some other material. So anyway, what we want to do now is go ahead and place lava along all these back bits here. However, if you are very scarce on lava, then you can go ahead and be very conservative where you place them. Like for example, you could place it here, and then your other piece here if you're going to think of just how much lava you need, and it'll still fill up all these spots and it'll still regenerate later on. So now that we have done this, what I recommend is filling in your walls, if I can get inside here, filling up the sides of your walls, and then of course doing the same front thing again. This is where you'll definitely want some scaffolding, but I'm just going to be filling in the rest of this exterior like so. And it's very simple after you've done this, because how I'd recommend you do it is you're standing on the front of the side or something like this, and go ahead and do the same thing with the chest except above the other one. And don't worry, chests don't burn whether you have a server that has fire enabled or not. It should be fine on all of them. So then again, place this all the way along here and do the same thing that we did with lava, and then we can go ahead and cover it up, which you can do again with whatever material you want. So all we have to do now is make sure we water it. And can't stress this enough, you are going to want to water the corners. And for those who don't actually know, I'm going to be going over it basically, very basically just now. So if we go ahead and just fill this in really quickly with water, then there we go. So for those who don't know, for the way I like to do it is if you go to the very top and bring out a block, 2 blocks like so, and then if you go down and place this block along under like so, just go down under it and then place another block along here. Then once you have that blocked, and if the water will decide to come out, then it will flow down there, it will go off the side, and then it will not affect anything else like so. And this, once you actually get good at this, you can get really quick at building it. I am not the fastest at all by any means, but it becomes really simple and quick and easy to do, and it doesn't mean you have an extra block going over the side if this water would decide to move, like so, and you just want to do that for each side. I cannot stress it enough, if you do not water your corners, then someone will be able to creeper egg it. So anyway, that's pretty much all it is for this. So once you are finished, you should be able to destroy these front blocks here. You definitely want to test this, and then it should destroy and regenerate, and you should be able to fit your fist through there like so. And because when you're in faction territory, your enemies won't be able to get inside here or destroy the block, you'll be completely protected. And even if redstone things are enabled, they still won't be able to get into this because there is no redstone with this. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and goodbye from TNT Madness.